I just wanted to make this video to clarify a few issues and to not be over here on my keyboard trying to insult somebody, or try to degrade somebody, or be in some constant nerd rage attack. But a few things need to be clarified that are important, and all the drama aside, we're going to get down to the facts of what is going on within this little Facebook war, because it's not an anonymous war. It's not a war between me or X-Sect. It's a nerd rage fest brought on by a few factors. Number one, I'm going to start talking about this anonymous creed, or this idea that all the anonymous rules are set in stone or whatever. Anonymous is merely a banner for, it's a creative commons for people that want to be active and that want to represent certain ideas for change. And they say it's a leaderless movement, quote, quote. Also say it doesn't exist, quote, quote. When it really comes down to it, it's in your head. What is it? That's what anonymous is. Because nobody's going to come and indoctrinate you and tell you that you have to believe this or that. Or if they do, are you going to believe them? Are you going to say, yeah, I totally agree with this guy, he's right, and I'm going to do everything he says? Not a religion. It's just a new way of people to be a part of change without having to be in person, without having to go to Washington D.C. to protest. Because we're in a new age of technology where information is what really rules. And we're trying to catch up because people have been behind in information. People are still behind in information. And this information that is available to us now, it makes us all look retarded. That's why we're standing around and everybody's finding flaws about everybody else. You're stupid, this is stupid, that's stupid. The truth is light. The truth casts a brilliant energy throughout all of our minds and throughout our civilizations and our cultures. And in the light of that truth, we see that we're doing a lot of things wrong. We see that we're not what we say we are. We pledge allegiance to our flag, one nation under God. We say all these things, but our actions are another. And that's kind of what brings us to this whole contention of this fight. Because while anonymous is a banner or a label or an idea, call it what you want, it's about solidarity. It's about being united in a cause. And the moment that somebody comes in and tries to say, this operation or this thing that Anonymous is doing, when it's on it. Okay, let me start all over. In Anonymous, we work in operations. And I'm not a hacker. I don't have to hack. There's plenty of things that I can do with information and with the settings of all platforms of programs and all platforms of technology, which is mostly about spreading information and making that information available to people so that they have knowledge and facts about what is correct and what we can do better. And when we take an example like Operation Last Resort, and because X-Sect wants to instantly throw this drama flag up, saying that, oh, it's a psyop or whatever, it's like, it's becoming like a compulsive behavior to anything that is remotely controversial or great, anything grand in media. X-Sect is right there behind, saying we have the truth about this, the real knowledge, or what we know what's really going on. But X-Sect doesn't have any solutions. All X-Sect is problems. That's all X-Sect talks about, is problems. They don't propose any solutions. Their proposition is wake up. Like it's some new kind of idea or something. We've woken up, and because we are awake, we do the things that we do. We are awake. So this stuff that when we see a government website get defaced in one of the greatest displays of, anonymous, like the greatest display of an anonymous operation, because of certain things that are controversial in it, X-Sect wants to go and say, oh, he said missiles, that's against we're not, blah, 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 blah. Everything that we do is creative. Everything that the way we portray our message has to be creative. People are numb in this society to just the truth. When the truth just comes out in plain word, they don't hear it. They need an audio-visual experience. They need a hands-on experience to understand what the truth is. And those people responsible for defacing the United States Sentencing Commission, those people, I don't know who they are. It wasn't me. I'm not a Fed. But these kind of things that come out of this X-Sect mouth, they problems and drama non-stop. It doesn't stop. Wake up? Are you telling the people to wake up? How about get some guns? How about go and help people? How about do something? Instead of just sit here and bitch and cry about how messed up everything is. I mean, I personally have been a part of that. Yeah, the complaining, but I've stepped forward, I feel, for my own integrity, to take action and to stand in solidarity with things that are easy to understand. But the problem with X-Sect is they want to be this attention-grabbing, like, just bullshit. Like, everything that comes out of this guy's mouth is like dramatic. It's number one, it's dramatic, or it's pretending to have knowledge that isn't available to everybody else. Some arcane knowledge, or some sort of knowledge that people can't see, like you're above the human race. Only X-Sect knows that Operation Last Resort was a psyop. I mean, are you trying to make people mad, or are you just trying to say stupid shit? Operation Last Resort was about Aaron Swartz, period. The Obama administration and many other politicians and many Americans were able to see the flaws within the justice system because of Operation Last Resort. It gave all the attention to somebody that died as a victim to corruption in the United States. So rather than stand in solidarity with us, this X-Sect, or this quote anonymous X-Sect, this is the most like retarded thing about anonymous, is if everybody can call themselves anonymous, that anybody can come in and just say some dumb shit. And that's what's been going on for a while. It's not even about anonymous, it's about humanity, dude. It's not about a cool name or a club. It's about what we can do in solidarity. And that's the concept that is not being grasped by this X-Sect. They're like, we are awakened, and if you want to be awakened, you have to believe in this crop circle bullshit. When people can make a change by going out and helping other people in their daily lives. It's not about having some arcane knowledge or some secret knowledge. It's about doing things after you have a sense and a feeling in yourself that something's wrong and something needs to be done. It's not about being awake or being smarter than other people, which is this whole X-Sect trip. Is like, when it first came out, when people would disagree with Zero Flux's propaganda, straight up all those little X-Sect nerds would get on it and just be like, man, you just sheeple, you the man, you just, man, wake up, man. Is that like a productive way to spread your idea? I mean, I know, like, I'm human too, so yeah, I argue about things with people. But if you really care about your idea, are you gonna immediately just start, like, mocking people and just whatever they did was just complete bullshit? And it's sad that people can't see it. The thing that X-Sect has is they have the outside, the facade of Anonymous. They have the facade of this unity, the facade of this activism, this facade of this good guy. By these little memes they post, this good thing, here's, Guy Fawkes mask, here's some people. But then it flips around, and then you get other things that don't represent the general ideas. That's what Anonymous is about, is having a general pull. And that's how operations have the greatest effect, is because it relates to people. People don't relate to crop circles, bro. People don't relate to being afraid all day that the world is ran by a cult, Illuminati, whatever. People don't relate to that, dude. I mean, to some extent, yeah, like, we know that there's elitists and we know that there's greed. We know that there's things done in secret. But neither you or I have all those facts. And while it might be entertaining to try to understand them, being in a shitstorm about, how they just constantly in wonder about how constantly like, this is, but, oh my gosh, this is this is a hoax, this is a conspiracy. What's the solution, dude? The answer to the question, the answer to, or the response to, we're controlled by elitists, we're controlled by Illuminati, we're controlled by these secret combinations, which is true to an extent, but the way that you give it power, and the way that you just like throw yourself at it, like, and the way that you make it seem like everything's fucked up and that there's no solution. There's never a solution proposed with any of your messages. It's just that we're awake, you're not, we're better, we have more knowledge. When it really comes down to this, either you guys are complete trolls and you don't care about unity and you don't care about solidarity, or you just really need some attention and you want, for one moment in your life, to be a part of something, which we all want to be a part of something, but you're going about it the wrong way. Ambulance chasing, funeral chasing, drama chasing. You have 5,000 likes on your version of whatever, botted likes on your page. You will not even call yourself the 99%. You're not even close to 0.000000001%. You're a handful of nerds raging on Facebook, and you're not changing shit. You gotta stand with a cause that helps people, or a cause that changes things. Not a cause to be freaked out 24/7. Not, oh my gosh, this bizarre thing, and like Microsoft Paint images of snapshots of, oh, these people are this or that, and the triangle over here. What's the solution, dude? You want to say that we're being lied to? So everything is a lie? That's the world you live in. Everything is a lie to you. That's a sad world to live in. So, I'm going to make a couple more commentaries, but this is just a start. Just to kind of talk about it. But people that actually care about being involved with something rather than just talking or on their keyboards, those are the people that best represent Anonymous. X-Sect does not represent Anonymous in any fashion. X-Sect represents this Balzan or Joey, whatever, represents this dude ego fapping. That's what X-Sect is. You might have a little group of people that are swooning over these. There's some people over at the supermarket buying the 500-pound Michael Jacksons on the Moon magazines. Ain't nobody got time for all that. Better things are going on than just being like worried or afraid of everything. There's things to do. And that's what Anonymous is truly about, in my opinion. So, if you want to stand in solidarity, you can help an operation. You can see what operations are getting the most influx of support by people. And those are the operations you go with. Okay, Operation Israel. It doesn't represent a lot of people's viewpoints in America, but it's something that is an extreme problem. Yeah, the Middle East have had problems forever, but when are we going to take accountability? When are we going to step up and we have all this knowledge to change the world, and yet we're sitting here fighting and destroying people, putting them in cages in Gaza, and going back and forth in this like primitive, like, pissing match. So if X-Sect wants to stand in solidarity, they need to find things that people, ideas that are important to Anonymous, that affect change and awareness beyond your far left conspiracy drama. Because that far left conspiracy drama is essentially just a bunch of X-Files music, dude. Twilight Zone. Unsolved mysteries. Because X-Sect don't have the answer. They have a bunch of, oh my gosh. That's what they got. They don't have the answers. They have the paranoia. But if you want to get involved with some operations, they're out there. And you don't have to be a hacker. That's great that X-Sect doesn't hack. I don't hack. How many people really hack and do these things? How many people does it take to deface a page? One person could do that. But the rest of Anonymous stands in solidarity when something is right. And it's not right because so much we say it is right. It's because we feel it's right. It's not because we know it's right. We feel it's right. When we think about justice, we think about like superheroes. We think about comic books. We think about people that rescue and people that save other people and change things. And justice is when the bad guy gets stomped on. We all know who the bad guy is. I mean, we look at him every day in the mirror. None of us are perfect, but it's time that we take the information that we have and we start living a little bit more in harmony with that information. Not just saying that we have these PhDs, these master's degrees, or I'm the president of the United States of America and I can press a button and bomb a bunch of people in Afghanistan. There's different options. And until we sit down and we really become united and we have solidarity, we're not going to solve those problems. So, while your zeroflux.net paranoia bandwagon might be interesting and taboo, or it might be, I don't even know what the word for it, because I think it's complete bullshit myself. There are much better things I could be reading than what comes out of that URL. But a bunch of garbage comes out of it too. A bunch of bad information mixed with small like pieces of truth, and that's how this X-Sect agenda works out. X-Sect is either for two things. It's simply for Baldano's ego and that other lady's ego, or it's to simply disrupt Anonymous, because they do not stand in solidarity.